Internally, it can be used for a sore throat. You can also take it for low hydrochloric acid. What it will also do is it'll open the capillaries and it will strengthen the arterial walls. So it's a great additive to people who've had a stroke or who've had a heart attack.
Are you dealing with a sore throat, backaches, muscle pain, joint discomfort, arthritis, or poor circulation? These everyday issues can slow us down, but what if I told you there's a natural remedy that might help? In this video, we'll explore the incredible benefits of a cayenne pepper poultice and how you can use it to tackle these problems. Plus, we'll hear from Barbara O'Neill, a renowned natural health expert, as she walks us through preparing this powerful remedy for maximum benefits.
Cayenne pepper can be used internally and it can be used externally. Internally, it can be used for a sore throat. You might think, well, that's the last thing you feel like taking if you've got a sore throat. If you take it, yes, it'll tingle, but when the tingle settles down within a couple of minutes, you'll find that the sore throat has been relieved. You can also take it for low hydrochloric acid. If someone's has a lot of bloating, that can be low hydrochloric acid. See, this will wake anything up. Internally, out of the gut and into the blood, it thins the blood. What it will also do is it'll open the capillaries and it will strengthen the arterial walls. So it's a great additive to people who've had a stroke or who've had a heart attack. They're often put on blood thinners, no need for blood thinners. You can take the cayenne pepper. How much? You might start with 1/4 teaspoon in a little water 3 times a day. Personally, I think it's the easiest way to take it. 1/4 teaspoon into 1/3 cup of water and just throw it down. Might tingle a little, but then it settles quickly. Some people love it and put it on their food. Someone can't handle that, they could have maybe a capsule 3 times a day. If someone's coming off medication, it's important to have it 3 times a day. Cayenne pepper can be used externally. And where you use cayenne pepper externally, and you might be surprised at what I'm about to say, if someone's had a cut and you sprinkle that into the cut, it'll stop the bleeding. And it can even help to pull the cut together. Obviously, there might be some serious cuts that might need stitches. Cayenne pepper can also be used to bring blood to an area. When a person has had chemotherapy, often they suffer from peripheral neuropathy, which means they lose feeling in their feet. One man said, "I can't feel my feet, but when I go to bed at night, it feels like there are 2 rocks hanging on the end of my legs. It is so uncomfortable." And so what we did was we put cayenne pepper compresses on the bottom of his feet. So to make the cayenne pepper compress, we fold up a piece of cling wrap a few times, about the size of the bottom of the foot, and we fold over a couple of layers of kitchen paper. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sprinkle some olive oil onto that. And the reason you sprinkle the olive oil onto that is so that it'll cause the cayenne pepper to stick to it. I don't pour the olive oil on that because otherwise it's too much olive oil, and then olive oil will go all through the bed and all through the sheets, and that is no fun at all. So I just dot the paper with a little olive oil, and what you'll see when I've done this, when I put the cayenne pepper on, the cayenne pepper sticks to it. If you don't put the oil on, the cayenne pepper just falls off. But just that little bit of olive oil will cause the cayenne pepper to stay there, and yet it's not enough olive oil so that your socks and your sheets and everything gets oily. And I don't like oil on sheets, so I go to a little bit of extra effort to make sure that this is not going to leak oil. So you'll see that I've just dotted it with a little bit of olive oil. And usually you put about a teaspoon per foot, and the foot goes straight onto this. So I spread that over. and there it is. Now, if I hadn't put the oil on, that would all be falling off, yeah? So that's the reason for the oil. And then the foot goes straight onto that. And then you can put a sock on. And if you think it might oil out a bit, you can put a plastic bag over the sock if you so wish. And you put that on both feet. If I put that on my feet and woke up tomorrow morning, my feet would feel like they're on fire because my feet are always warm. They're always warm because I make sure they're always warm. But if someone had cold feet and they put that on their feet, then by morning their feet are just nice and warm. So it can be used for people with cold feet because feet should never get cold. Perfect health requires perfect circulation, and perfect circulation means that my feet and my hands are the same temperature the rest of my body. And what happens when a person has cold feet and they just let them stay cold, then after a few years they start to lose feeling in the edge of their toes. Do you know, if this continues, those toes will go gangrene and then maybe even be removed. So let's just keep our feet warm.
Barbara's cayenne pepper poultice is rather straightforward and incredibly effective, but here are a few important tips and precautions to keep in mind for best results. Be careful when handling cayenne pepper to avoid irritation. Avoid using it on sensitive or broken skin. And as always, consult your healthcare provider before trying any new remedy, especially if you have underlying health conditions. Have you tried the cayenne pepper remedy before? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you're looking for more natural remedies, check out this next video on how to make your own cough syrup. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more life-changing tips from natural health experts.